Check, check, check. What's up, Jaguars? Welcome back to Jaguar Network. I'm Harrison Blevins.
I'm Peter Kinsella.
And after some technical difficulties, we're going to be joining you here in the bottom of the second inning, or
Top of the third.
Correction, top of the third here. Peter, do you want to sort of break down what you saw while we had technical difficulties? We weren't quite able to string those first two innings.
Yeah, just sum up the first. Daniel started off the mound for the Jags. Went 3 up, 3 down, struck out the side. Fairly looked really good. Saw the fastball, got up to 94, mixed in some good off speed. Bottom of the first, had some runners on. Nice at bats from the Jags, but couldn't capitalize. Second inning, Bratton got 2 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3 again. And then in the bottom half of the inning, Colin Woodby drew a walk, stole second, and then got eventually brought in on a DJ Henry sac fly. That's how the Jags are now at 1-0 and looking to shut down Powhatan again and get back up and get the bats back up to the plate.
Great analysis there from you, Peter. During our technical difficulties, we were unable to sort of do our pregame show, so I guess we'll come to you now with some stuff. For your Glen Allen Jaguars, we are returning 4 positional starters and 3 arms, with people like Daniel Neighbor, Jake Bratton, and Alex Awad. Looks like Awad is going to walk the first batter.
I think he hit him.
Hit the first batter. He's going to walk on the first. Some other names to look out for. Caleb Whitehead. Levi Jones, obviously a big barrel for this team. Owen Holstenbach, round out the top of this lineup.
It's just a really good mix of seniors and just guys looking to step up. You got Jackson Ross getting the start here at third base today, batting in the 2-hole. Nice to see him get some looks. This is gonna be like it's a nice little committee game for the pitching. Everyone's gonna get reps. Everyone's gonna get innings. Just seeing what the arms look like. Just really getting ready for that feel for next week when the season does start.
You guys got it working?
Yep. Just a little gadget like this. This could be a strike for Awad.
You're live, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a ball for Awad. Levi getting up. Batter's taking the lead on first.
Good to be on this side.
Just when you go to break, you're gonna have to go to back. So
Awad getting set here. Another ball for Alex.
I don't know about that, Harrison. Looks like batter thought I was ball 4. He started walking down the first baseline. I'm calling the back, said, no. It's going to be a full count here. Alex, I think I'm just going to fire in a fastball here. It's one of the hits that's gotten you 2 strikes this at bat.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna. That's gonna get to 2. Not gonna go for 3.
It's a walk right there. What's now got runners on first and second, nobody out. Looks like a slider, some type of off speed. Just couldn't. Slipped out of the hand a bit. Looks like we got junior Nico Graver warming up in the bullpen for the Jags. Probably going to pitch in this 4th inning, upcoming.
Yep. Pop.
Owen's
up in
calling.
the infield.
Yep, Owen's calling it. He's got it.
Owen's got it.
mean, that's what you need from Alex right there. Just you hit the first batter, walk the first guy. You just need to put the ball in the zone. You need to go with your best pitch, your fastball. Make the hitter swing. You got to throw strikes, and that's what he did. Getting a quick out right there.
Exactly. Both teams sort of getting a feel for what these games are going to look like, which I think is a great thing about these scrimmages. Glen Allen is having multiple scrimmages going on. I believe we have a boys lacrosse one later today as well. We will not be covering that. They are scrimmaging Powhatan again.
Yep. It appears to be Powhatan across the board for Glen Allen. So you all know they start their season off with Cosby next week.
Just a heads up to the Jags and our viewers. Our first game of the season next week is going to be boys soccer versus
Cosby.
No. Is it Clover Hill?
Clover Hill.
Clover Hill, our first game of the spring, official first game of the spring season.
Followed up by Tuesday, we have
We have softball versus Atlee. Cosby.
We have girls softball versus Cosby.
Correction. Our official schedule: boys soccer versus Clover Hill on the 16th, softball versus Cosby on the 17th, baseball versus Atlee on the 19th, and boys lacrosse versus Frank Cox on the 20th. And that will round out our first week of the spring season.
I don't know about that one, Harrison. A-Wad fires in a fastball for a strike, get it 1-2, but I thought Levi gunned down the Powhatan runner trying to go for third, but Powhatan's got runners on the corners now. You really got to bear in if you're Alex here. See if you can try and get a ball on the ground, roll a nice little double play.
It's going to be a big moment for Powhatan here, try and get that runner in off third.
And of course, this is a scrimmage, but it still sets the tone for how you want to play, for the season. You still want to come out firing.
And that's going to be a hit, and that's going to bring that runner home, the first runner to second, and that's going to be a single, RBI single for the batter.
And that's unfortunate, There's a little bit of hit and run action right there by Powhatan. It pulled the second baseman for Glen Allen out of his position. It would have been a perfect 4-6-3 double play, but instead it's a single up the 4-6 hole, and now they got runners on first and second with one out.
Foul ball here from the Powhatan batter. Apologize, we do not have names for Powhatan. We will have names for opposing teams when the regular season starts.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. Powhatan just playing in practice jerseys rather than jerseys with numbers. So we will have that the next time we do a baseball game.
Powhatan's going to try to get that runner who is taking a big lead off second. Not going to work.
I think right now, best move for A-Wad, and just try and keep it simple, focus on the batter. No need to try and risk throwing it over Owen's head and into center field. Great pitch.
It's going to be a strike.
Got him the buckle right there a little bit on that curveball.
There we go.
You have him 0-2. He fouled off your fastball, took your curveball. I think you just challenged him right here. He was late on the fastball.
Runner on second taking a lead. Kind of preemptive, and that's going to have both runners move. Looks like a cramp for one runner on second. It's like cramp or something with the hip.
Yeah, A-Wad, he threw the fastball and just threw it behind the batter. A little bit of command issues right now, but like I said, it's first scrimmage of the season. The boys are still looking to get loose, get warm, which is a nice little situation though.
Ooh, good pitch from Awad. Getting the better swing there. It's going to bring it to a...
Struck him out. He's got one more out.
Struck him out.
No, 2 runners scoring position. Anything hit, they're going. Doesn't matter if it's air or ground, they're going. If I'm Awad, I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna keep it on the inner third of the plate. Really challenge him. Try and get on the hands. Just force weak contact. Nice little sword right there, and that's exactly what he did. Threw the fastball, inner third of the plate, makes the hitter uncomfortable, and he just wasn't ready for it.
0-1 count. Is he going to call that?
Nope. I'm just gonna say he held off of the slider there. It'll be a 1-1 count for Powhatan.
Oh, really high and really inside. Looks like another batter's going to be getting home. Guy on third. Both. One of the runners gets home. Looks like Levi and Alex talking about it.
Yep. I think Levi's just calling a time here, wanting to settle his boy down, tell him to just relax. It's just the jitters. You gotta get out of this right now. Get this last out. Down by 1. We got your back when we come up in the bottom of the third. A little bit uncharacteristic of Alex.
Yep.
Kind of. It's 3 wild pitches now.
Yeah.
It's.
But you know what, Alex? Not looking bad coming off of an injury.
No, he's not.
You know, I think we forgot to mention that. You know, while sort of redoing our intro, is Alex is playing off of, or. Coming off of an injury here on his throwing arm. He's gonna be high and inside. It's up, not very loud. That's going to be real high.
Got again right over. It's gonna be ball 4, went over Levi's head, but able to get back there in time. Runner doesn't move off, doesn't try it off coming off third. It's gonna be runners off. It's gonna be runners in the corners again with 2 outs.
Levi, telling this boy, chill out. Let everyone know. Pitch coming.
And there we go. Alex with a nice little pickoff move, caught the run out first, sleeping out of the inning, limiting the damage to only 2 runs. That's a win right there if you're Alex.
100%. I think that also has to be a very good feeling, after previously throwing at runner with a big lead on second and not quite getting there. But, now getting back into rhythm, being able to get those guys who are leading large.
I think it's just more satisfying feeling. He let that last batter get away from him. Just didn't really, after that first pitch strike, just didn't really throw anything competitive, anything the batter really wanted to offer at. Just being able to then just get out of the inning, limit the damage to 2 runs, not give up that runner not giving up that third run, the guy on third. It allows your team to settle back in, get back up to the plate. They were starting to see this Powhatan pitching staff last inning. Just really this time maybe as a new pitcher for Powhatan comes up, just maybe see if they could just get something going.
Peter, I can't see the best. Can you see who that first batter is for Glen Allen coming out of the dugout?
It appears the first batter out of the dugout for Glen Allen is going to be Daniel Ninera, I believe. It is indeed going to be Daniel.
What do we kind of expect from a guy like Daniel? Who's coming at bat after only pitching the first inning. What are we looking for?
Well, it's an interesting thing. Obviously Daniel's considered the ace of this team. Starts the game. And he was gonna come up in that first inning, but with Colby going down right before him, he didn't get the opportunity, and then Bratton led off that second inning. But I've had some conversations with Daniel. He says he wants to try and be a two-way player this year. He wants to hit and pitch. We saw a little bit of that last year, and I think he really wants to show that he can be a two-way player. Maybe even going into the college level, he can be a nice little two-way guy if his team needs him to pinch hit.
Peter, if you're Powhatan and you're playing a star-studded lineup like Glen Allen, who is a top 15 baseball team in the state, what are your goals here? Like, are your goals to have a competitive game, like a great fielding game, a great hitting game? Like, what specifically are you trying to hone in on versus a lineup like Glen Allen's?
First thing, if I'm Powhatan, you gotta come up to mindset to win. Just because you might think a team has a lot of star power, baseball is a game where anyone can win. And we see it in college baseball, we see it in MLB all the time. The better team doesn't. Talent doesn't mean anything when you get on the diamond necessarily. But the first thing, if you're the pitching staff, you gotta throw strikes. You can't be scared to compete. Gotta be competitive. And the next thing with the bats, you can't be scared of a pitcher. You gotta wait for your pitch. Gotta work at bats and eventually get them out of the game, or just get your team an opportunity to be able to put runs on the board. As ball one to Daniel.
Oh, wide there. Got a little outside of the catcher's mitt. Hit the back of the fence. Daniel's not going to swing at that one. Another ball. Let's bring it to a 2-0 count.
Powhatan's pitcher trying to work that outer third again, just trying to keep it away from Daniel's wheelhouse from the inner third of the plate, but can't really seem to control that break, that off speed right now.
That's going to be a strike. Daniel swinging at it, but not quite getting it.
You know what, though? That's what we call a healthy hack, though. You're up 2-0. You think you're going to get your pitch. You like that, though. You like the confident hack. Daniel's going to fight that one off. It's going to be 2-2. But this pitcher now really working this outer third, trying to keep it, even with this fastball and his off speed, just trying to keep it away. Make Daniel have to just try and fight it off, just hit it out off the end of the bat.
Daniel's going to strike out here.
And there's that slider on the outer third, except for that time. First two times he couldn't land it, sets it up with two. It looked like a changeup and a fastball, and then he sets it up. 1-2-2 pitch, located it better. That's what you need to do if you're Powhatan in this game. You just need to put yourselves in positions on the mound and at the plate. Every bat, every pitch, just make sure you just compete. Give yourself a chance to win it.
Inside pitch there. That's going to be a ball.
Jaguars now back at the top of their lineup as Owen led off the game. Down 0-2 in his count, was able to fight back and work a walk in the first inning.
It's going to be outside.
Interestingly enough, this Glen Allen team has had 4 base runners, but no hits, all walks.
Another outside pitch there. I believe he is going to get walked.
It's going to be, 3-0. If you're Owen, you just take this next pitch. You might even take the 3-1 pitch. No need to try and swing yourself out on a bat where you have this big of an advantage in.
Next on the plate, we're going to see Ross. And Caleb Whitehead.
This is going to be a 4-pitch walk. Owen auto take, didn't even lift the bat off his shoulders. You got Ross coming to the plate. You got Levi Jones in the hole. We got Levi Jones on deck, and you got Caleb after Levi. This is where it's starting to get top of the order, going into the heart of the order. This is where Glen Allen can do some real damage this year.
Oh, ball.
You know, Ross, just like Harrison, as you know, technical difficulties. Ross, just like Owen, was able to work a walk in his first at bat. Let's see if he can get on base again, get a runner in scoring position.
Out of this.
Pitcher.
Holstenbeck taking a bit of a lead there. Pitcher's going to bite at it.
Yeah, I would
Owen's
imagine.
gonna get there.
Would imagine Holstenbeck's gonna be a little bit more cautious taking that lead, as he did get picked off in the first inning.
Strike.
There's a strike. It's gonna be down 0. Landed the curveball in there. Ross is now gonna be down 0-2.
Now, if you're Ross, you really want contact here. Last thing you want is to strike out.
Pitcher's gonna step off again.
Not quite going to bite at it, but definitely going to give it a stare. Owen leading off of first.
You know, Harrison, just like you hinted at, if you're Ross right now, you just want to fight. You can't go. You certainly don't want to strike out, but certainly not on 3 pitches. There it is, right there. Ball 1. You know, you expect a lot of fighting, a lot of working couch from this Glen Allen team. I don't expect them to just get themselves out of at bats early and just swing at the first pitch. I think this is going to be a very patient, very disciplined team. Wait for your pitch and do damage with that pitch when you get it.
Inside. Could be a ball. Bringing it to a 2-2 count.
And there it is. He's working it right now. Trying to earn that starting job for the first game of the season.
Outside ball again.
He's working it right now. He's down to 0-2, now brings it back to a full count here. Gotta think Owen's definitely gonna be stealing full count.
Swing and a miss there for Owen.
Ross goes down on strikes.
Sorry, Ross.
Unfortunately. And Owen, you know, Owen was not stealing there. Did not get the green light from Coach Savino about third. Still at first. It'll be Levi now with a runner on first and 2 outs.
Levi Jones, a big barrel for this team last year. What do you think the expectations are? Greater, the same, less?
I think they're going to be greater. Or at least that's what I think it's going to be for himself. I mean, sophomore season was probably the biggest barrel. Was one of the biggest barrels on the team. Then last year is still a big part of this team. Ooh. As Owen almost got caught in a pickle again.
Overthrown by the catcher, and Owen's going to get to number 2.
You know, he gets to second base, but, you know, I thought it looked like Owen got caught in a rundown again. But the catcher just threw it right center field, takes the bag. But,
you know, and going back to what you said with Owen getting caught, I'm sorry, was it Owen who got caught?
Owen getting
in
caught
a pickle early?
Getting caught in a pickle, taking too big of a lead off second, got caught in between second and third. I think maybe a little bit more hesitant to try and just fully commit to that steal. Levi taking a big hack there, so he's swinging and miss. That was going to be 1-1 count. I mean, but Levi, you know, he was injured a lot last year. You know, he had that hand injury, couldn't that first out for a decent amount of time. But you know, I think even with that, you know, he's going to come back this year. Still had a solid season last year, but I think he really wants to show people why he was all region, why he was all metro, and why he is arguably the spark plug of this Glen Allen offense. It's 2-1 count. You gotta be aggressive here if you're Levi.
Give you a strike, bringing it to 2-2 count.
Last at bat, Levi went down, swinging on the inside fastball. I think that's going through this pitcher's mind again. Maybe just try and challenge him.
There we go. Come on, Levi. Let's go.
Levi stepping in the box. It's gonna be a ball. It's gonna be full count now. Walk would be fine, but I think we both know Levi really wants to get a pitch to here and just try and put a run on the board.
Definitely.
He's gonna go down looking. That was a great pitch right there. Executed it. 3-2 breaking ball. Just caught the outer third. I don't know if Levi necessarily agrees with that call, but it's too many innings for the Jags. Powhatan's gonna come back up for the top of the fourth.
I doubt it. All right, coming back to you guys from the top of the third here. Nico Craver on the mound. This is gonna be Levi's last inning catching before Noah Vest takes on behind the plate.
There we go. I mean, that's a great start from Nico. First pitch strike. I think if you're a Jaguar baseball fan, you're wondering what's the bullpen situation gonna look like. It's gonna have a lot of Nico Craver involved. He's the lone lefty in this bullpen staff and this pitching staff, and it's lefties are valuable. And if Nico can come out of the pen for those lefty matchups and just give them innings, just pitch and just be decent, it can change a lot of things for the Jags, feeling like they can go to a comfortable reliever.
1-2 count here. Nico with the chance for an excellent showing here, striking out that first batter. And there he is. He's going to do it. Nico Craver, great showing here with his first batter.
A team with a lot of seniors on it starting. He's a junior looking to make his mark, making his first appearance in a varsity game. Another first pitch strike for Craver. I mean, yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to pound the zone, keep working. Just don't allow the hitter just free balls. And there it is again, pounding an inside breaking ball. It's up 0-2 in the count.
Good.
Yep.
And back-to-back strikeouts for Craver. He's really working right now.
What a first showing here.
Could we possibly see him striking out the side here? It's going to be a foul ball from Powhatan.
This is trash. One count here.
Craver, you know, we've seen so far these first two batters, solid fastball command, mixing in that breaking ball on the inner third of the plate. And throughout the entire game, I think we've just seen Powhatan hitters really struggle with that inner third. You know, Glen Allen pitchers really haven't been beat. It's kind of just walks, wild pitches have allowed Powhatan to score these 2 runs. So I think you just got to keep pounding that inner third and really make these hitters uncomfortable.
It's going high, going high. Going. It's gonna be foul ball.
He's gonna make. He's gonna make the play. Gonna be out of the inning. Nice little 1-2-3 there from Craver. Gets the Jags back up to the plate.
Love the showing, don't you?
We'll be back after this short break. We're back now for this bottom of the 4th. Caleb Whitehead to lead it off for the Jags. Takes a ball on the top of the zone. Strike one, and we haven't had the chance to talk about yet, is with this Jaguars team. A lot of power, a lot of returning players, but this team plays with an interesting little style of baseball. Coach Savino likes to play a lot of small ball, get runners in scoring position. You don't chase pitches. Is
fly ball gonna be caught by
Whitehead's gonna pop out the second base for the first out of the inning. But
second baseman.
But Savino likes to keep the game almost simple in a way. You get a runner on, you move him over, get him in scoring position. You get a runner on third. You bunt him over. You get him in. You sack. Some call it just sack bunt, suicide squeeze, whatever you want to call it. Just get a runner in. Like you will it's a team game. Like no one is above the team. Everyone is subject to it. Like by all means necessary, get runs. When you're batting, you shrink the zone. You don't chase pitches. You make the pitcher come to you.
Exactly.
Pitching, you find the zone. Don't try and do too much.
Ball 1 here.
Some call it a very. It seems almost complicated to somebody. It's a very
ball strategy.
It's bare ball strategy. I mean, very simple, but almost outdated in today's game.
Something you don't really see at levels past high school.
No, you really don't. You know, as ball 2 there to Colby C coming up to at the plate, but it's just very interesting to watch. It's kind of fun to watch, and let's see if the Jaguars have a chance to implement it this inning.
Colby.
Can't get a hold of that one in left field.
Fielder's gonna get it. You know, speaking of Colby C, last year he had a bit of a cold spot. You know, like a very, like almost a frozen spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're Colby C coming into the season, what are some things that you're saying to yourself?
I think you're saying to yourself, you've put in a lot of work this offseason.
Yep.
You committed to Hampton Sydney. You played a lot of travel ball. We're focused on baseball. Kind of just like. Even if you had some early struggles at the plate, there's still positives to build on. You're coming back senior season, as that's ball 1 to Jake Bratton at the plate. You're just looking to improve on some things. I've already seen from his first few at bats, he's making the pitcher come to him, waiting for his pitch, working the counts. Big swinging for the fences there. It's gonna be 1-1. But I think Colby's looking. He's out in right field this year. I think he's really just going to look more disciplined, be more relaxed at the plate, and just make sure it's going to be
inside to second to first, and that's going to be out number 3 here. This Powhatan team looking very fluid.
Yeah, not a lot of mistakes out of them. Kind of shaky from the pitching the first 2 innings, but they've really bared it down these last 2. As the Jags come back out, we've seen some subs now coming for Glen Allen. As Jackson Cook appears is going to take the mound in this inning for the Jags.
And I forget if we had spoken on it or not, but for this Jaguar team, this scrimmage is really just a showcase.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Getting a lot of guys warm, seeing where guys are going to sit in the lineup, who needs to get moved.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's sort of a very different approach than coming in and saying, look, we're going to play our best guys to the best of their ability, and we're going to try to win this baseball game. Obviously, they want to win, but a lot of this is seeing where guys place in the lineup.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is, as you said, you want to win every game you play, even if it's just a scrimmage. But at the end of the day, it is a scrimmage. This is a showcase to get. I mean, we knew coming into the game all the guys who we think are going to start this year, or the guys who we think are going to come out of the bullpen and get solid innings. All those guys we're going to play, and it's just really we've seen. Really, it's just something we've really seen how every guy is going to appear to get an inning of work, see what they got, get 3 outs, and it's if I had to assume it's going to be like that for every scrimmage. Guys are going to get an inning of work. Guys in the field are going to get a couple ABs, couple innings in the field, see where they're at, and then come that first game next week, Savino's going to have the lineup set.
Noah Vest here behind the plate for Glen Allen.
Some other guys, you've got Chase Hannett down at third base playing the corner.
At second, is that Jack Thompson wearing 17?
That is going to be Jake Bratton over at second. Here's you got
Jake Bratton.
At short, you got
Who is that at first? Number 21? 30? 20?
Chase is at first. Tucker's at third.
Excuse me, Chase Hannett's over at first place, covering the bag, and you got Tucker Von Herbertus, of course, as we noted earlier in the battle with Jackson Ross over at third base, finally getting some play time. Your first pitch strike from Cook.
here from Cook. We saw in the warm-ups. Cook looking a little shaky. Had a couple good pitches, had a couple not so great. Just looking for a good showing for the kid.
Fastball's gonna be a little too high up.
Bring it to a 2-1 count.
But as you noted, it's as you said, it's a scrimmage thing. Guys are gonna get loose, get warm for the season, and I think Cook's gonna be the guy they're gonna rely on. He could be strike 2 fired in there from Cook, but like we said, I think he's gonna be one of the top guys out of the bullpen. Savino's really gonna rely hard on his senior experience this year.
Cook here. 3-2 count. Gonna have a full count here with this first batter.
Harrison, if you're a Cook here, going off the set bat, what would you throw this hitter?
A comfort pitch. Like a pitch that I know I can get in the strike zone consistently.
And there it is right there.
There it is.
Nice little off speed there from Cook getting the strikeout.
No gloves is a move there for the batter.
I was gonna say you don't see that a lot anymore. It's kind of a lost art.
Old school. Ball here.
To say though, it's pretty nice. It's nice having the sun out now, being able to play this game in good weather.
Definitely.
Fastball just missed the outer third for Cook. It'll be a 2-0 count now.
Again, I think if you're Cook, go back to that comfort pitch.
See that slider out of the outer third, got that strikeout for him last time.
3-0 count here.
Yep, if you're him, you gotta think if you're the hitter, it's an auto take. So if there was ever a time to put a fastball right down the middle of the plate,
it's now.
It'd be right now, just to get that strike, get yourself back into the count. It's just gonna miss. It's gonna be runner on first now for Powhatan. See if Cook can get out of this small little jam here. So ball 1 to the hitter. I think right now, if you're Cook, you just gotta settle down. Done a few balls in.
Oh. Safe on second.
That's third on time. Like you said, Harrison, runner's gonna be on second now. It's also gonna be a 2-0 count at the plate. I think right now, if you're Cook, got that first strikeout. I think right now you just gotta settle down. You've thrown 6 balls in a row. It's just try and just put one in the zone. Don't think about it. Don't overthrow. Just put one in the zone. Just get yourself back on track here.
Ball 2.
It's gonna be a little low. It's actually gonna be a 3-0 count now.
Sorry. Ball 3. Looking to get back to that comfort pitch. Really don't want to.
You don't want to walk another hitter here. Just on 4 pitches.
4-0 twice.
And there it is. Interesting. I think you gotta think Powhatan there knew a fastball was coming in a spot to hit, just missed it. I think if you're Cook, you go right back to that. You gotta go to the fastball again. You gotta try and get a pitch in the zone.
Definitely. That's gonna be ball 4. Not a great showing for Cook starting off, but.
This is where I think right now, just putting the ball in the strike zone. We've said it time and time again, but just put it in the zone. Try and get a little roll over here. Just get your boys involved in the field and try and roll a double play, get you out of the inning.
Ooh.
Powhatan.
Trying to go for a bunt there, trying to get that runner in very well scoring position. Not going to happen though.
Kind of like we talked about with Coach Savino liking to lay one down and get runners in scoring position. Powhatan trying to imitate that. Just couldn't lay it down. Double steal.
Gonna get him.
That's just guns him down going for third. That is huge right there. Beautiful throw there from Vest, and now Cook doesn't have to worry about the potential runner being on third. Just focus on the batter, get the out, and you're out of the inning. Strike as well. Okay, so it's
Count here.
I was just about to say, additionally, Cook put it in the zone, so it'll be 0-2 now.
That's ready here. Great pitch.
What a pitch from Cook. Nice little bounce back, get yourself out of the inning, get the bats back up to the plate for this bottom of the fifth. Harrison, where do you think this starts for the Jags? How do you think they put a runner on base and just give themselves an opportunity to tie this game up?
You know, I believe I think one of the crucial things here is getting one of your comfort guys out early, Getting that. Guys, I apologize. Baseball, it's not really my best thing. Just like it's a scrimmage for the baseball team, it's a scrimmage for me, too.
Shaheed signed back with the Seahawks, but Raiders got Quay Walker, N'Kobe Dean, and who's the other person? Quiddy Pay, yeah. Yeah, Quay Walker.
Did you guys see Kelsey?
We actually have linebackers now.
Kelsey re-signed with the Chiefs.
Yeah, he did.
They could give him $12 million.
Jaguar.
We're back here, Jags. Colin Whidbey with a triple to start the inning.
And y'all can talk about too. So Peter probably knows this, but
Oh, Wibby's going to run it in here for the Jags.
Nice little sack fly there from Glen Allen. Doing a job right there. It's going to be a 2-2 ball game now. Nico Craver here now for Glen Allen.
Nico Craver.
So a big swing and a miss there. Maybe 0-1.
If you ever needed a mute, then just hold your finger over the light. That pitch is going to hit Nico Craver, but the ump doesn't see it that way. It looks like Nico's going to... Is it...
Nope. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry when that hit the bottom of his bat right there. Hit the little knob on his bat.
What's the ruling going to be? He's going to call the first base judge. Obviously, the last thing you want if you're a pitcher is the ball to hit your hand. So I was his right hand.
So Nico hit his right hand. He's left-handed, so it'll be his glove hand. But yeah, it's always you always run the risk of when you pitch inside that you might ball might get away from you, might hit somebody. But nope, I'm just gonna say it hit the bottom of his barrel. So it's gonna be 0-2 now for Craver.
Another inside pitch, high and inside. That's going to be a ball.
1-2 now for Craver.
Low and outside there. That's going to be another ball.
2-2 count. Again, another at bat that the Jags are going to try and work here.
Foul ball.
Good fight here from Nico. It's what you want to see from a younger guy. I guess typically maybe you wouldn't associate a junior being young, but this Glen Allen team filled with a lot of seniors, a lot of returning guys. So him getting some run here is pretty impressive.
It's going to make contact. Looks like he's not going to get there in time.
It's gonna be out number 2 for Powhatan as Daniel's gonna make his way up for.
Daniel's gonna make a return to the plate.
Yes, make come up for a second at bat here.
Down the middle, Daniel's not going to bite. To be strike 1. So it could be strike. I believe that was a strike. No, I'm sorry, ball. I believe it's a 1-1 count here. Two-one count.
Daniel, again, just like his first at bat, being patient, just waiting to swing, just waiting to get his pitch, just wanting to wait, like I said, and just trying to do some big damage when he gets the chance.
Daniel, that's gonna be a foul ball.
Foul play. Powhatan possibly run out of the room. Be just out of play. It'll be 2-2 now. Daniel fighting it off to the right side again, and we'll go.
Another foul ball just outside the baseline.
It's going to be running a 2-2 count again. Ball's going to be out of the third. It's going to be a full count now of 3-2. Next up to the plate, I believe, is Jackson Cook's younger brother, Wyatt Cook.
Wyatt Cook starting off with a hit going to the left field.
Daniel's going to line out there at the end of the inning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. That's all.
It's going to be Powhatan pitcher gets out of the inning. Fortunately, Daniel just find the glove right there, and it's going to be top of the sixth, tied 2-2. As we'll be right back. So we're back now for this top of the sixth inning. Jackson Ross taking the mound for the Jaguars. Be fouled off there. Ross ahead in this count, looking to put away this Powhatan hitter. There's a little sword action. Vest going to have to make a throw.
Oh, he's going to make it.
There we go. Nice play there from Vest. Great pitch from Ross.
Throwing a great catch, too.
It's going to be first out of the inning.
Here for Ross, off to a great start.
You know, something we've seen here more recently from these Glen Allen pitchers is that they're starting these at bats. They're starting to get ahead in the count. They're throwing first pitch strikes, and then that one's going to be low, be 1-1 count. But they're making competitive pitches even when they miss. They're trying to put themselves in good positions to win the at bat. Fastball is going to miss off the outer third. I mean, 2-1 count now for Powhatan.
behind the count.
Great off speed there from Ross. Move it in there. It's just dropping on the outer third. 2-2 count. Really seems to like to work the outer part of the play, especially with his off speed. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes to it again here.
Ball three.
Ball three. Switches out with a fastball. Full count now. You know, as Harrison said a few times, I think he's going to go look for that most comfortable pitch, the pitch he feels most confidence in. Could be that slider or curveball. And there it is right there. Drops it in for strike three. Great start, great showing here from Ross to start out his appearance. Looking to get one final out to get out of the inning here. And another first pitch strike. That is 3 at-bats now for Jackson Ross, where he has started out the inning with a first pitch strike. That is what the Jaguars are going to need this year from guys out of the pen.
There you go.
It's going to miss right there. It's going to be 1-1 count. There you go. Drops it right back in there for a strike. 1-2 count.
Going to seal it and go 3 and out here.
Be nice here. Curveball's going to miss. Going to be a 2-2 count now. Ball's going to miss inside. Going to be a full count now.
This ain't kickball. I don't know why we're throwing to the legs here, bud.
Okay.
I'm just messing around. It's a good thing this is private.
There you go. Here comes the pitch. Full count. Sweet. Ball 4 there. Fortunate. Ross just going to miss there. Going to be a 1-0 count. Strike 1 there from Ross. Vest tries to back pick the guy over at first. Almost gets him. Going to be 1-1 count though. And Ross forces the ground ball. Nice little PFP, get himself out of the inning. Takes it to first. Jaguars now going to head into the bottom of the 6th, looking to take this lead, tied 2-2 with Powhatan. Wyatt Cook now at the plate for the Jags. Start off the bottom of the sixth. Getting aggressive there on that first pitch. Fights it off. It'll be 0-1. And there is Wyatt Cook right back up the middle. The second hit for this Jaguars squad, and getting it start off the inning right now for the Jags.
It's like Tucker.
We're gonna have Tucker Von Herbert now step to the plate. Big hack there, foul tip into the catcher's middle. It's gonna be 0-1 now.
He's gonna swing. He's gonna swing hard.
You know, if there's any time you're gonna swing hard and swing for the fence, it's got to be a scrimmage. You know, you want to show the coaches that you can hit, and that you deserve a chance over at that third base spot. Ball one there, you know, catcher from Powhatan just a snap throw down the first base. Cook easily gets back in time.
This pitcher loves starting at Wyatt Cook.
He wants to keep Cook in check. You know, I think Cook might try to get a little aggressive here still, but pitcher obviously a lefty, so he's able to easier keep an eye on the runner over at first base. Makes pickoff moves a lot easier when you're a lefty. You know, I don't know about that one there. I thought that was a little bit outside, but it's gonna be strike two. Tucker now down 1-2 in the count. Gonna have to battle here, trying to do something.
Let's see what we're looking at. All right, Tucker. Let's see a nice single.
Cook going for the steal, but Tucker's gonna barely foul that pitch off. It's gonna be 1-2 again as Cook trots his way back at first base.
Cook looked ready for that.
You know, Cook got a real nice timed up the pitcher's release really well. Got a really big lead over at first and just got an amazing jump. Tucker's gonna foul it off, but catcher's able to hold on. It's gonna be strikeout and out number one for the out number for Powhatan. Harrison, you seem to be very optimistic here about Noah Vest.
You know, I feel like he's in one of those tough spots. You know, like it's almost like being that pitcher behind Daniel. You know, like you just want the spotlight sometimes. Or, you know what? Want is the right word. Safe.
Wow, Wyatt Cook getting caught in a pickle and is able to beat the throw, getting into second base in time. Showing off the wheels and a little bit of hustle right there. But as you were saying, you know, Noah Vest, you know, you noted earlier, he's a second catcher behind Levi. You know, obviously Levi being his deservingly so, obviously he's going to get the starting spot. So I think Noah's just going to take this year to really just develop, possibly learn from Levi as pitcher steps off, trying to make sure Cook doesn't try and steal third here. But obviously, just use this year as a development year. You're gonna make you're probably gonna be on varsity roster, and you're just gonna take this time, develop. You'll get subbed in plenty of time. So just really get ready for next year when starting spot's yours. This Vest steps back into the box, up 1-0 in the count. Cook going for third. And Vest with a little RBI single through the 5-6 hole, giving the Jaguars the lead. And there's Savino saying that courtesy runner for the catcher, meaning that there'll be a pinch runner now for Vest as he trots back to the dugout. I believe that is Owen Holstenbrett coming out.
Number 4, yeah, Holson
Oh, it's
back.
me, Owen, coming out to pinch run for him.
Correct me, is it Holson Beck or Holson back? I believe it's Holson back.
Be the top of everything.
It's going to be Wholesome back.
Holson back.
It's going to be strike 1 to Chase Hannett now stepping into the box. Another sophomore making the varsity roster. I believe one of only 3 sophomores that made this varsity roster.
Him along with Tucker and who's the third?
Well, Ross, and it might be 4,
Ross.
depending on if... I do not believe if Wyatt Cook has made varsity roster. I do not know, but I believe he has. If he is with the varsity roster today, I believe he has made the varsity team. Hannett puts a good swing on that one, and the shortstop's going to boot it. He's beat out the throw, and it's 3 runners on first and second after what we thought was going to be a possible double play.
It's going to be Nico Craver.
Yep, it's going to be Nico Craver stepping up to the box. Lefty at bat's going to be kind of tricky now. Grounded out to second base his first time around, looking to potentially extend this lead for the Jaguars. Ball 1 outside. And as expected, you're in that lefty spot. You're going to try and work with the outer third. It's going to be really hard for a lefty to put a good swing on that, and then maybe try and jam him inside with an inside fastball. Nico's going to get out in front of that pitch. It's going to be 1-1 now. Something to note here, if this inning does end 3-2, and if this game does somehow end in a tie, it will not go to extra innings. It will end in a tie.
Peter, you mentioned lefty-lefty matchup. Do you want to go into some more detail about that for those who aren't quite as familiar with these lefty-lefty, righty-righty matchups?
Oh, of course. So, obviously, it benefits the pitcher. If it's righty-righty, too, it benefits the pitcher as it's same side, so it's a little bit tougher to pick up. But it's especially hard as right there, another lefty-lefty outside third breaking ball, making it 2-2. It's really hard for a lefty to try and see a left-handed pitcher as if the lefty pitcher is going to have pitches breaking inside, like a fastball, like a sinker type. It's going to break inside. Nico's going to get hit possibly for depending on how you interpret his first at bat, the second time there on an inside fastball. So the bases are now going to be loaded. But bases loaded now for Jake Bratton trying to do some damage. But pitch like a sinker breaking inside can get on your hands, force you to ground out, and just those outer third pitches that are just almost impossible to hit if the pitcher locates it correctly. It's going to be a wild pitch. And Owen's going to beat the throw as the Jaguars now going to go up 4-2, and the runners are all runners advance, and now it's going to be second and third and 1 out.
What a play there for your Jaguars.
Harrison, I don't know about you, but it almost looked like Owen didn't beat the tag on that. If you would have asked me from up here in the box, I would have said he was out. But I'm not one to question the calls.
Don't say it more than once, because the next time they might call it.
I'd hate to have the announcers jinx.
You would hate to have the announcer curse.
Bratton's going to get aggressive there. Fouls a 2-1, fouls a 2-0 fastball out of play. Just looking to put the ball on the ground and in play here if you're Bratton trying to get another run across.
The ball in play he is, but it doesn't look like it's going to hit the ground before it hits the right fielder's mitt.
Oh, and you're going to have and just miscommunication there. Miscommunication. You had Hannett looked like he was gonna tag, and he ended up going back. Nico thought he was gonna tag the third, and he got caught in no man's land and picked off. Rough way to end the inning there for the Jags, but it's gonna be. It's going to be 4-2 entering the top of the 7th.
Tucker Von Herbulis here is going to be the pitcher to close out the game here.
You know, that's a great point you bring up there, Harrison. As you know, we noted earlier about how Ross, you know, right now has the job, and hitting is his thing. He's looking to be a great asset on the mound as well. But Tucker is someone that we've heard that can come out of the bullpen and be a really big asset for these Jaguars as they, you know, look to have as we've seen the past couple of years, kind of had almost a little bit of a shaky start coming out of the gates in their region. They're looking to try and change that this year and come out with a hot start.
You know, but Glen Allen in quite of a tough region, having 2 top 10 teams
In the state, yeah. I mean,
in James River and Midlothian, I believe. I know James River is one of them, but it's having a very competitive region.
I believe it's Cox. I believe it is.
Yes,
It's
Cox.
It is Cox. So, I mean, you mentioned it, Glen Allen themselves, as Tucker fires in ball 1, followed up by a foul ball for strike 1. You know, as you mentioned, 2 top teams just in their region, the top 10 in the state, with, you know, Glen Allen respectively being the number 15 team in the state. But, I mean, ideally you're going to be able to just you want to be able to find your guys early. Know you have guys that can help you in those close games against tough teams like a James River, like a Cox, or even in a rivalry game like Godwin. Just know you have guys who in high leverage situations can get the job done.
The last thing you want is a guy who's uncomfortable going out at that last 7th inning and then he's got to
blow it.
Show.
Yep. As you know, Tucker's going to miss high there for ball 3. It's going to be 3-1 count now. I think you should expect a big swing here for this Powhatan hitter if it's anywhere inside the zone.
He said inside the zone. It was a little too inside the zone.
Yeah, it's a little too inside. So be a walk for Powhatan. Runner on first, nobody out. See if Tucker can force a ground ball here. Roll up a nice little double play for the Jaguars.
Yep.
It's going to be foul back there. Good start for Tucker, getting in ahead of the count 0-1.
Oh.
There we go. That's 2 great pitches there from Tucker, getting ahead 0-2.
Great way to start the inning.
Nice little bounce back after that unfortunate walk.
Tucker looks a little cagey about that guy leading off of first.
It's gonna be try to go back to that same pitch there. Just missed 1-2. Oh, we've seen Vest be very antsy, or almost very ready to snap throw down to first base, catch that guy sleeping if he leads off too much. As Powhatan fights off that 1-2 pitch, keeping his bat alive.
Come on, Tucker.
Ball's just gonna miss off high and outside. It'll be 2-2 now.
There we go.
And there it is. Strike 3. Right there. Beat the fastball right by him as Vest snap throws down to first, keeping that runner in check. Ball 1's going to slow it inside for Tucker. And there we go.
Bit of a scramble there at first.
A little bit
base.
of a scramble, and they're gonna.
Are they gonna?
They're gonna say that even though Vest with a beautiful throw beat the runner back by 4 to 5 feet, they're gonna say that he evaded the tag, and he's gonna be able to stay up at first. Beautiful 2-0 fastball right there, painted on the outer third.
Come on, Tucker.
We've seen Tucker find a little bit of a stride here when he's working more towards that outer third of the plate. Fastball.
Oh, now I'm looking not to send it to the bottom of the 7th. Hoping to end it here.
Yeah, we're looking to wrap this scrimmage up a little bit early, just a little over 2 hours now. Be a big hack there from Powhatan, fighting it off, and it'll be a full count for this Powhatan hitter. I think if you're Tucker, you really only place that you've found success is with that high fastball still in the zone or in that outer third part of the play. I think you just got to keep it there. You just got to keep it within your comfort zone.
There you go.
And there it is.
There you go, Tuck.
Little sword action right there with Trevor Bauer. So Tucker now looking to make this the last batter of the game for Powhatan. So yeah, foul off there, 0-1 now.
Go.
Beautiful front door breaking ball, getting the batter to buckle now, 0-2.
Alright, Tuck. End it here.
Say for Tucker, you just fire in a fastball, just try and overpower him right here. End the game with a nice little statement.
Oh.
Tried it. He tried it. It's gonna be foul off.
Batter looked a little ready for that too.
I mean, I think we've known Tucker's been trying to really enforce that fastball there. Almost looks like he's been working like a 2-pitch mix, just really trying to establish himself. Another foul ball for Powhatan. Really working this at bat. A little inside there. It's gonna be 1-2 now. And there it is. Strike 3 for Tucker.
Looks like they're.
I believe are they gonna?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we have the innings messed up?